Hey everyone, welcome back. You ever wanted to take a plain block of wood and turn it into something awesome? You're in the right place. Today we're breaking down the absolute basic of traditional wood carving using two most essential tools in your kit. A classic carving knife and a set of gouges. No complicated power tools, no massive workshop is required. Just you, some wood, and a couple of sharp edges. By the end of this video, you'll know how to exactly handle your tools safely and make the fundamental cuts that build every carving project. Before we touch a blade, we have to talk about safety and materials. Rule number 1, always wear a cut-resistant glove on the holding hand that's going to hold the wood. Even the pros do it. A sharp knife is actually safer than a dull knife because it won't slip, but mistakes can happen. So that's why it's important to wear a glove. I also like to put protective tape on my thumb and index finger of the dominant hand that I'm using to hold my knife. And next up, the wood for beginners. You want a soft, forgiving hardwood with a tight grain. Basswood is absolutely gold, the gold standard here. It cuts like butter and holds a detail incredibly well. You want to avoid hardwoods like oak, pine, from the local home improvement store when you're just starting out. Pine has a soft alternating grain line that will make your blade jump, so you could take a chance of cutting yourself when you're trying to use pine. That's why I recommend basswood. Let's look at what we're working with. First is your standard cutting knife. It's got a short, stiff blade. Usually around 1 inch to 1.5 inches long. This gives you the ultimate leverage and control. Next are your gouges. Think of a gouge like a curved chisel. They are defined by their sweep. If you notice, it's got a little sweep going here, which is the number that tells you how deep the curve is from here to here. So that's what that number means. The lower number, like a number 3, is kind of flat. So it would be flat like this, kind of like the end of these tweezers. Number 9 or a number 11 is deeply curved and shaped like a U. So if you can see here, this ain't really a number 9, but it's kind of got the U shape. Which the U gouges are awesome for scooping out the wood quickly, making a deep recess in the wood or adding texture like fur or hair. And then you could also use a V tool. If you notice, see how it comes to a V? And this allows you to make lines into the wood or fine detail lines. The essential cuts you need to master: the push cut, the pull cut, and the stop cut. And once you master these, you'll be able to carve just about anything. So let's get to it, and I'll teach you the 3 fundamental cuts. The push cut, or the thumb push. Keep your holding hand, this hand here, behind the blade. You're going to put your thumb against the back of the blade and your non-dominant thumb also on the back of the blade. You're going to use this thumb to push the blade through the wood. This is your push cut or thumb push. Now the pull cut. You can think of this cut like saying you're carving an apple or paring an apple. You brace your non-dominant thumb against the end of the wood. Curl your fingers. And draw the knife back towards you slowly. Ensure your thumb is placed completely out of the way of the blade. You don't want to be hitting your thumb on the blade. So make sure your thumb, my blade's up here, and this is your paring cut. And with my hands curled, there's no possible way that the blade can hit my thumb here because I'm controlling the power. And that'd be your paring cut. The next cut is the stop cut. Now, a stop cut is designed to keep you from cutting too far than what you want to on the wood. So you're going to take your knife and press it straight down into the wood. See how I got it straight down in the wood? Then you lift your knife up, and what we're going to try and do is cut towards that line we just made. And that's what a stop cut will help you do, like if you're making a brow line on a character later on. Using a gouge is all about two-handed control. Never hold a gouge with just one hand. You put your other hand in front of it and hold the wood. You never want to do that. Instead, use both hands on the tool. If the wood is clamped down, or keep holding your hand securely behind the cutting edge, keeping the bevel of the gouge, the angled part, under the edge of the resistance slightly against the wood. And use a rolling slicing motion rather than just forcing it straight forward. If you're carving and the wood starts to splinter or tear out, stop. That means you're going against the grain. Simply turn your block around 180 degrees and carve the other direction for a perfectly smooth finish. That would look something like this. See how it's got the ridge in there? And then with the V tool, you can create lines. But I'm using both hands. One to hold it, and then my thumb on top of the other thumb to push through the wood. Carving is all about rhythm, muscle memory, and keeping your tools razor sharp. Don't worry about making a masterpiece on day one. Just grab you a scrap block of basswood and just keep practicing. Practice making clean and controlled shapes first. If you found these basic tips helpful, hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment down below, letting me know what project you're tackling first. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Keep your blades sharp and happy carving.